Welcome back to the Podgressives podcast, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Dakota. I run the YouTube channel Dakota Talks. This is my co-host Ryder.
I'm here to talk about fun and not depressing things.
We don't have everything we talk about today is just such a fun experience. We're going to be going over the U.S. has seized oil tankers in Venezuelan waters after we murdered about 80 people in illegal boat strikes. And Trump threatens land strikes, saying they're coming pretty soon.
What if he invades Venezuela on Christmas?
Oh, yeah, that's a good way to spread some Christmas joy. And he's like, no, it's a war on Christmas. They don't celebrate Christmas. We're going to make them celebrate Christmas.
They're woke. They don't like Christmas. They're like Kamala.
They're like Kamala Harris. Kamala said no Christmas. And we're going to go over why we're seizing oil tankers, even though this is a fucking quote-unquote war for drugs. Why are we taking their oil, and why are we trying to overthrow their government that is nationalized the oil and has continued to use the nationalized oil instead of making it open for free trade so that we can give it to America, and we're propping up a person who wants to give it to America? I'm sure there's no relation. It's just about drugs, even though drugs don't fucking come from Venezuela in any large quantity. And then
stop. It's about drugs.
Yeah.
And that tanker had a bunch of fentanyl on it.
Yeah,
they had fentanyl in the tanker part.
Right,
that's the oil
right,
stored.
Right.
They were smuggling it. I saw that on Newsmax.
Yeah, Fox News said that it was actually it wasn't an oil tanker, it was a drug tanker. So
we need to interview the president again soon about his invasion.
We need to ask him about the wars. Yeah,
ask him about the war on Christmas and all that. Stuff.
And so we also are going to be talking about how Trump has been ramping up the racist rhetoric on specifically Somalia citizens. And non-citizens alike, and just really, really gross, just saying they're a shithole country. And also, along with that, ICE profiled and harassed and assaulted, put in a chokehold, a Somali U.S. citizen, and then just proceeded to kidnap him and basically not look at his identification until they put him in a detention center for a couple hours. Ridiculous profiling, racism. And we're also going to be getting into how Gaza has been being absolutely decimated by winter storms. Dozens have died and thousands of tents have been destroyed. 13 homes have been destroyed. This is just in the past 24 hours as we're recording this. And we got some more footage from Gaza and just reporting on how many people have died since the ceasefire. It's over 350, I think. And it's pretty rough. And then we're also going to talk about some school shootings that happened and other shootings. So, we got a jam-packed episode full of a bunch of fucking depressing shit, but it's very important to talk about, and there'll be some funny moments somewhere.
Somehow. I'll just make fun of myself.
Yeah. Let's get started. Let's start with Venezuela, because this is very important. We've repeatedly been told by the Trump administration, and Trump administration has told us to Congress as well, that no, it's not. We're not just blowing people up for regime change wars. We're just deciding that these people unilaterally deciding that these people that are in international waters are carrying drugs, even though we're not going to supply any evidence of that, and then we're just going to blow them up, and then we're going to also order a second strike, and we're going to say, like Pete Hegseth said, and we talked about this last week. He said, kill all of them. And so we did a war crime by blowing up a boat, and there were survivors, and then we killed the survivors that were just trying to survive on the boat that we just fucking blew up. And it's just fucking ridiculous. My understanding is that we found that the drugs that were being smuggled, if there even was being drugs smuggled, were not going to America. They were going to a different country. I don't remember which country it was, but they were.
It's like we just blew them up for the other country. We were
we were
helping.
We were helping them out. And so we've been repeatedly told this is about drugs. It's not about oil. It's not about oil. But now,
don't believe your lying ears.
Yeah. But we just happened to be in support of a candidate that was running on I want to open up our oil for United States investment, ExxonMobil, and all this stuff. So this is a video that Pam Bondi posted on Twitter of U.S. troops seizing an oil tanker off the coast of Venezuela. Let's play. You can see the planes landing in on the oil tanker or on the boat, and then they come down. This is fucking crazy.
Just
fucking this is some.
It reminds me of like a Call of Duty mission. I swear there's
No,
like
literally though.
yeah.
There's a map like this on Call of Duty.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. There is. It's like a
This is crazy. And I mean, they posted this on Twitter. Like, they're not trying to hide this. They posted this like, this is badass.
yeah, dude.
This is crazy.
Apparently, dude, you know the I saw CNN commentary on this,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like, their geopolitical analyst or whatever was like, "Oh no, this oil tanker's been sanctioned for like years now. It's just normal. It's clear case of it's
No,
okay."
literally. They were just like, yeah, no, this is fine. I mean, we could do this.
It was it was so crazy. I was like, what the fuck? I mean, it's been sanctioned because we can sanction anyone we want,
Yeah.
and I don't know. It's just fucking crazy.
And then I also wanted to bring this up. So Chuck Schumer was asked
Oh my
what
god.
he said. Jake Tapper asked him, "Do you disagree with President Trump's ultimate goal of regime change in Venezuela?" And Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, the leader of the Democratic Party in the Senate, he said, "Look, the bottom line is President Trump throws out so many different things in so many different ways. You don't even know what the heck he's talking about. Yeah, you know, obviously, if Maduro would just flee on his own, everyone would like that. But we don't know what the heck he is up to when he talks about that. So it's very, very, you cannot say, I endorse this. I endorse that. He's not ruling out, he's not condemning regime change. He's like, no, I agree with regime change. We should just, go through Congress first. That's literally what he's saying. He's like, no, I don't care that we're doing like an illegal war for oil so we can do a regime change in a sovereign nation.
Yeah.
I just think that we should go through the proper channels to do that war. It's like, what the fuck are we doing, man?
It's like, just come through us first and I'll be okay with
How
it.
the fuck is he a leader of anything? He's just like the worst leader I've ever seen in my life. He's like the worst. I feel like I could do a better job than Chuck Schumer at leading the Democratic Party. Like, he's so horrible.
A baby could do a better job.
Literally. Like, what the fuck? He's so bad. It's crazy. Okay. So then I just wanted to bring that up just so we understand the opposition party. They're working really hard to stop this illegal war for oil and regime change. And then, I wanted to show this video from Democracy Now! They had some good, just coverage of, and it shows Trump's response to being asked about the oil tank being seized. Check out Democracy Now! By the way, they do great stuff.
In a major escalation, U.S. troops seized an oil tanker off the coast of Venezuela a day after U.S. fighter jets flew over the Gulf of Venezuela, the closest the U.S. has come to the country's airspace. Attorney General Pam Bondi released videos showing U.S. forces rappelling from helicopters and pointing weapons at sailors. Bondi claimed the tanker had been used to transport sanctioned oil from Venezuela and Iran. President Trump confirmed the raid while speaking with reporters at the White House.
As you probably know, we've just seized a tanker on the coast of Venezuela, a large tanker, very large. Largest one ever seized, actually. And other things are happening, so you'll be seeing that later, and you'll be talking about that later with some other people.
We're interested in the seizure of this tanker. Well, what happens to the oil on this ship?
Well, we keep it, I guess.
Well, we keep it, I guess. I don't know.
I guess it's ours.
I mean, we took it, so I guess we keep it. I don't know. I mean, we could give it to Exxon.
Yeah.
Where does it go? What port does it go to?
Well, you have to follow the tanker. You're a good newsman. Just follow the tanker.
Do you know where it was going? Was it going
Follow
to
it.
China?
Get a helicopter. Follow the tanker.
Is it true it's going to
But we're
Cuba?
gonna. I assume we're gonna keep the oil.
The Venezuelan
I don't know if you could hear that, but he was asked, is it true that it was going to Cuba? And he's like, well, I don't know. Yeah, I assume we're going to keep it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's...
Oh my God. We're just
crazy.
like, yeah, we're gonna steal this tanker and then we're just gonna, keep it.
It was the biggest oil tanker ever seized. I go, wow.
Wow.
I don't know. I think I'm going to keep it. I'm going to put it in the White House.
Yeah,
Make it a trophy.
He's gonna put it in a glass bottle.
I figured we just dump it into like some, marine life territory.
yeah, some endangered, some reef
Yeah.
area. Just dump all the oil in there.
God damn.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah. No, it's genuinely an insane thing. Like, the way that he's like, I don't know. I guess we'll just hold on to it for now.
I don't know. We'll keep it, I guess.
And then, so this is another thing. He's also escalated by saying that land strikes are coming pretty soon in Venezuela. And he also, in this clip, talks about how there was over 11,000 murderers that were sent to the United States of America. A lot
were
of them
flown in.
Yeah, they were flown in by Biden, and a lot of them came from Venezuela. And so I'm going to show you this and then debunk that, and also just how crazy it is that he's saying land strikes are going to happen in Venezuela now.
And with Venezuela, now that we've seized this tanker, is the campaign against Venezuela still just about drugs, or is it now also about oil?
Well, it's about a lot of things, but one of the things it's about is the fact that they've allowed millions of people to come into our country from their prisons, from gangs, from drug dealers, and from mental institutions, probably proportionately more than anybody else. They came in from many countries. We're getting them out. We had 11,888 murderers come into our country. Many of them are from Venezuela. We had thousands of Tren de Aragua, the gang, come in from, which they say is the most violent gang. I don't know. MS-13 is pretty bad, but Tren de Aragua, they say, is the most violent gang. That comes from the prisons of Venezuela. It came out of the prisons of Venezuela. So it has to do with a lot of things. They've treated us badly, and I guess now we're not treating them so good. If you look at the drug traffic by sea is down 92%. And nobody can figure out who the 8% is, because I have no idea. Anybody getting involved in that right now is not doing well. And we'll start that on land, too. It's going to be starting on land pretty soon.
So
Gosh.
that's
Well,
really concerning, and also just a complete lie.
Yeah, you know what the other 8% is, don't you?
What?
It's the CIA drug trafficking.
That's what it is. Yeah, putting it in like minority communities.
Yeah,
distributing
in urban
it.
area,
Yeah.
inner city areas.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, this is just like some horse shit.
Yeah.
Like he's just like, yeah, you know, it's like he's directly asked, is this about oil? And he goes, it's about a lot of things.
Yeah, it's about
It's
a
about
lot.
oil. It's about immigration. It's about drugs.
It's about everything.
It's about regime change. It's about furthering the interest of fossil fuel companies that gave me like $96 million in lobbying money in just the 2024 election, on top of the fact that they gave, including Trump and Congress, they gave like $450 million in 2024 elections alone in lobbying money.
That's crazy.
But I'm sure there's no like corruption there. I want to debunk this idea that Trump said there was 11,888 murderers sent to our country. Well, the data doesn't really show that at all. This is the official U.S. and Customs Border Protection website of quote-unquote criminal alien statistics of crime.
Yeah. Does it say more?
More than that, I have it highlighted right here. This is in the year of 2024 and 2025.
Yeah.
According to the official website, the CBP website, of total criminal convictions, undocumented immigrants were convicted in 2024, the entire year of 2024, where those 11,888 murderers were sent to our country.
Yeah.
29
29.
murderers were convicted.
The problem with that is they still have the Democrat numbers.
yeah, they still got the woke numbers in here. They haven't fixed this website yet.
It's honestly,
Even though they're calling them criminal aliens on the website.
yeah. Honestly, for real though, I'm surprised they haven't, because they've kind of messed with all the other government websites. During the shutdown, they're like the Democrat shutdown.
I mean, they're like just slicing off like jobs reports. So
Yeah.
they might as well just like shut this down too.
I'm surprised they haven't shut that down or just inflated the numbers, by what Trump's saying, 11,800.
It's just not true at all.
Yeah, no, it's
Like, if there are 11,888 murders in here, most of them aren't doing any murders. Like, if there are that many murderers that were sent to this country, which there's not, it's just like a lie, a racist lie.
just a Republican racist lie.
Yeah, if there was that many murderers, then it seems like they're not really doing any murders.
Now they're chilling.
They're just chilling. 11,860 of them are just chilling.
Yeah.
That's weird. Huh.
No, you don't
So strange.
understand.
I mean, undocumented immigrants commit crime at a significantly lower rate than U.S.
Yeah.
citizens do.
Yeah.
And,
If anyone commits more crimes, it's the homegrowns,
homegrown.
as Trump says.
God damn, yeah. But I mean, because, and I just wrote a whole Substack article about this that I would definitely recommend you guys go check out. I also made a little Instagram post, but where I made the case for mass amnesty and talking about how undocumented immigration is much more a problem on the immigrants themselves that are so prone to exploitation in that state, instead of it being a problem of crime, because undocumented immigrants commit less crime than U.S. citizens. Not only as a total, they're a smaller population, but they also commit less crime per capita than
Yeah.
U.S. citizens do, and they're like convicted at like 60% in some areas. Like it's less. It's just like it's ridiculous. And they are also in a position where, because of their legal limbo, bosses and landlords can hold that over their head and not give them proper living conditions or working conditions
Yeah.
or pay or benefits or anything like that, and or hours so it's horrible. And then who are the undocumented immigrants supposed to call? They can't call the police, they can't call the labor board or whatever. They're just
Oh,
stuck.
the labor board. What's that?
Yeah,
that
right.
that hasn't existed in like a year.
Some unions will let them join, is my understanding, but like a lot of them still are weird about that. And I mean, even then, it's like, who are they gonna? They don't have any like legitimacy to fight back against like, bad labor conditions. And it's pretty ridiculous. And then if you get ICE called on a workplace where there's a bunch of undocumented immigrants, ICE doesn't go in and be like, hey, you were taking advantage of like essentially modern day slave labor.
Yeah, they're
you
like,
should be charged with a crime because you were exploiting the labor of these people. No, they go, here's a little fine. You can write it off on your taxes, and we're just gonna go like fucking scoop up your entire workforce violently, put them into like an unmarked van, send them to a a detention center in some state they've never been to before, where they're just gonna sit there for like 6 months, and then they're gonna be deported to some like third country, some El Salvadorian torture camp, where they're gonna face sexual assault and all this crazy shit. Like,
well, wait,
because-
they can write that fine off.
I would imagine so. I don't know. I don't know, but I would
Dude,
imagine.
I mean,
so.
like, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised because you can write off a nonprofit funeral home on a piece of land in New Jersey,
yeah, right.
wherever Trump has his ex-wife buried, in one of his golf courses.
I don't know actually. I just assume you could write that off. Can you write
look it
off
up.
a fine? Okay, generally no.
Okay, that makes shit.
Okay, yeah, that's good. That's good. But
Okay. Yeah.
still, the profit that the company is making.
Yeah, no, the
Outweighs
fines are
the fine.
the fine is probably very minimal. It's
Yeah.
like, no, it's like
It's like
when
usually the fines are like less than like 0.01% of like the profit that they're making, largely from exploiting the labor.
you're
of
like,
those employees.
slap on the wrist, we'll just scoop up your whole workforce.
Hey, bad. Anyways, we're gonna like
fine.
violently arrest and deport these people.
Yeah.
What they were just like trying to make a living for themselves and working really hard
No,
jobs,
that's
hard long
that's
hours.
bad.
Yeah.
I saw this thing. I think it was like Hassan was reacting to a video, and it was like pretty much saying like the Iraq war point, like to go in Iraq for oil, obviously, was like almost the exact same thing of what's happening now, like how they're trying to convince people to go to war with Venezuela. Like it's literally the exact same thing.
Yeah. No, for
It's
sure.
so crazy.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely true because I've seen like videos of like Daily Show put it together, and they were like, it's side by side like
Oh,
Iraq
yeah.
and then Venezuela, and it's like identical. It's crazy.
It's like they have chemical weapons.
Literally
The cocaine is chemically, whatever. It's so crazy.
crazy. But okay, yeah. So that's the bottom line with the Venezuela stuff is there's a lot of American companies that have a lot to gain from
Yeah, and then
taking advantage of Venezuelan oil, which has the largest oil reserves in the world, and has been largely nationalized since I think it was Hugo Chavez.
no,
Yeah. I
no.
think it was Hugo Chavez in like the 70s that nationalized a lot of the oil. You good?
Water just has a funny taste to it.
Oh yeah, it's because of all the stuff that I slipped in there. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's why you get so tired when we film the podcast because I always
I
just
knew
slip
it.
a little bit of melatonin in there.
I knew it.
But and so yeah, after Hugo Chavez in the 70s, I believe it was, they nationalized a lot of their oil reserves, which is again the largest oil reserves in the world. And the United States companies and all these different oil companies, they don't like that because they don't get to make the money off of them anymore as much.
Yeah.
And so there's this new candidate that the Trump administration has been popping up. Recently won
yeah.
a Nobel Peace Prize.
This is the Nobel Peace Prize winner, CIA-backed candidate.
CIA-backed, pro-Israel candidate that wants to open the oil reserves up for
Free
capitalist
trade.
interests.
$1.2 trillion.
And so the Trump
Opportunity.
administration is literally going in trying to do regime change so that they can use this oil and take this oil, seizing oil tanks, killing fishermen.
My understanding is that like that candidate, the opposition candidate, Isn't it in Venezuela? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, pretty crazy. But anyways, the point is, it's bad.
Yeah, it's bad and it's bad.
It's bad. Yeah, it's not looking great. Hopefully it doesn't escalate, but it sounds like it's
Hopefully we
definitely
don't get a
going to.
Christmas morning surprise where like the U.S. just like invades Venezuela.
Literally. I mean, it probably will happen.
I mean, it's gonna happen any day now.
Trump says we're doing land invasions pretty soon, so yeah. But anyways, all right. Let's talk about this. Trump has also been ramping up his racism on Somalia.
Yeah.
He called. Let's watch this video. This is him talking about how Somalia is a shithole country, and he also in this video talks about how he wants immigrants from certain parts of the country. I'm sure it happened. It's just a coincidence that all the countries he was talking about are like white countries. It's a complete coincidence. It's like shithole countries like Somalia, Afghanistan. Let's get one from Denmark.
And they've been taken care of. I've also announced a permanent pause on third world migration, including from hellholes like Afghanistan.
Also, keep an eye on this guy in the white hat in the background.
Oh yeah.
Because he gets so excited.
He's so happy.
Haiti, Somalia, and many other countries.
Wait, let me go back.
Somalia, Haiti, from hellholes like Afghanistan, Haiti, Somalia, and many other countries.
What the fuck?
Someone yelled, shithole!
I didn't say shithole, you did.
Wait.
I didn't say shithole, you did.
Okay, watch this guy in the white hat. Watch this guy in the white hat. Dude,
Bro,
how the hell
that
did you
is-
unhinge your jaw like that?
That is crazy.
That face is crazy.
That looks like some like AI shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
looks
yeah,
like
yeah,
some
yeah.
AI shit.
Oh my god.
Dude, that's just like unhinged as hell.
Dude, he's so happy. Wait, I want to do it one more time. Wait.
Shithole, you did.
How?
Bro's had practice.
Yeah, he's
Remember I
working
said
on
that
that.
to the senators that came in, the Democrats. They wanted to be bipartisan. So they came in and they said, this is totally off the record. Nothing mentioned here. We want to be honest because our country was going to hell. And we had a meeting. And I say, why is it we only take people from shithole countries, right? Why can't we have some people from Norway, Sweden, just a few? Let us have a few. From Denmark, do you mind sending us a few people? Send us some nice people, do you mind? But we always take people from Somalia, places that are...
Somalia. Why do you say it like that?
He's like freaking out when he's saying
Somalia! I'm scared.
no.
Hello.
filthy, dirty, disgusting, ridden with crime. The only thing they're good at is going after ships.
The only thing they're good at
fuck?
is going after ships. Meanwhile, earlier this week, we did that. We're the ship people now.
We're the pirates.
We are literally the pirates. Like, we literally just pirated a ship this week. Like, come on, man.
Dude, it's so funny because like Trump wants, he wants white people coming in the country and not hello countries. And
fucked up.
no one from Norway or Sweden or Denmark would ever want to live here because they have like free healthcare,
That's
free
real.
college education,
Like,
they
robust
tax
public
people.
transportation.
Yeah, robust public transportation. Like why would you want to come live in the United States with all that?
That's a good point. And they probably don't have guns everywhere. People are shooting all the time, which we'll talk about later.
Yeah. like
Jesus
2
Christ.
shootings in like a day.
Yeah. I mean, I also saw reporting this morning that, like, in America, the amount of
This is
shootings,
America.
yeah, literally,
Ugh,
the amount of
man.
shootings in this year has outpaced the number of days in the year, which
Oh,
is
really?
the 7th year in a row that's happened.
Yeah.
Okay, and then this is a video. So after that happened, this is a video of a Somali U.S. citizen that was profiled, harassed, kidnapped by ICE. They were put into a chokehold and refused to look at his identification until they took him to a detention center where he sat for hours. I have 2 different videos on this I wanted to show.
A Somali U.S. citizen was stepping out of his lunch break when he says 2 masked federal officers charged at him. Video shows the 20-year-old being handcuffed by 2 agents. One of them is seen putting him in a chokehold before forcing him into
God,
a
bro.
gray, unmarked SUV.
I told him I'm a U.S. citizen. What is going on? He didn't seem to care. And they asked me, we have to verify if you're a U.S. citizen because I believe you're an illegal citizen because you ran from me.
After being taken to a federal facility and held for 2 hours, he was released with no charges. The Department of Homeland Security
Yeah, he needs to get some compensation.
For real though, for real.
He said ICE agents were having a, quote, consensual conversation with the suspected undocumented immigrant, adding that the young man, quote, violently resisted officers.
Okay, yeah, this is fucking ridiculous.
Dude,
Like,
ICE after like a obvious like violent like arrest comes out, ICE is like, they were being mean to our officers.
yeah,
Like
they were being violent.
yeah.
This gives the energy of, you know, that clip of that like kid where he's like, no more saying cuss words, guys. It's inappropriate and violent.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. 'Cause it's like he was
Oh my
violent. So when
God.
we were just masked people trying to throw him into an unmarked van, take him to a detention center because we racially profiled him, he was resisting
He was
it.
being
like, what do you mean? Of course he is.
He was resisting us for some odd reason.
Yeah. God, it's so ridiculous.
It's so
but also
weird.
the fact that they say we're having a consensual conversation when he violently resisted arrest. It's like
Yeah.
he was a U.S. citizen who was just literally going about
Minding
his day.
business, yeah.
He literally said, and I'll play this video in a second where he details a little bit more of his experience, but he walked outside for a mere seconds, and then he was profiled by his ICE agents because of this ramped up anti-Somali and
Yeah.
I mean,
It came out of nowhere, really.
yeah, really, it did. I mean, I'm sure it's been there for a minute, but and he has apparently, like, he said that it was a shithole country like a long time ago too. I saw like
Oh,
something from
Trump,
like
yeah.
7 years ago or something.
Oh yeah, probably.
It's like he's been on this anti-Somali, but he's recently ramped it up like crazy. And I saw some like neo-Nazis like celebrating it on Twitter. They were like, it was like a clip of Nick Fuentes going like, "Based," and it was like they were like, Trump just called Somalis shithole garbage on TV, and it was like, Jesus Christ, like, I hate Twitter.
yeah, Twitter's just a cesspool.
But like, it's just ridiculous to say, well, we were just having a consensual conversation with the guy.
Just having a normal conversation of like, you know.
He got all scared for some reason.
Yeah.
It's like, this is insane. So this is him detailing more of his experience when he was profiled and harassed and assaulted by
He
the guy.
dragged me outside through the snow while I was handcuffed, restrained, helpless, and he pushed me to the ground and he put me in a chokehold. And after that, they put me inside the vehicle. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Mubashir. I was simply on my lunch break. I literally went downstairs from my building. I wasn't even outside for mere seconds before I seen a masked person running at me full speed. He tackled me, pushed me inside the restaurant, like as you can see in the video. I told him I'm a U.S. citizen. What is going on? He didn't seem to care. He dragged me outside through the snow while I was handcuffed, restrained, helpless, and he pushed me to the ground and he put me in a chokehold. And after that, they put me inside the vehicle. And they asked me, we have to verify if you're a U.S. citizen because I believe you're an illegal citizen because you ran from me. But as you can see in the videos that will be released, I'm simply just standing still. I told him I have my passport. It's in my phone. Can I open and show you? He declined. I told him, can I give you my name and my date of birth? He declined. After I arrived at the facility,
Why?
they parked up. The gate was closed, and they made me step outside in the snow while it was snowing. And they said we have to scan your face, or we're not gonna let you inside the car. So I had no choice. I let them scan my face. I was so cold. I guess the face thing, I guess it didn't work. So they finally took me inside the facility. They kept me there for another 20, 30 minutes. I seen other people that would get in holding cells. And at that time I asked for water. They declined my water. And I also asked for medical assistance because my hands were numb and my back was hurting because he pushed me down and he put his whole body weight. They told me we don't have any medical staff at the facility. So I said, can I get water at least? They declined.
I mean, yeah, he
That's
goes
crazy.
on, but that's the long and short.
They're
of it.
like, can I just show you my passport real quick?
It's like, I have it on my phone.
They're like, no.
No. Can I show you my date of birth? No. We're gonna take you to a facility, scan your face with some like Palantir technology, probably.
Yeah.
Like-
fucking H.
It's crazy. This is
Ugh.
fucking wild.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, this is what a U.S. citizen experiences. Imagine what a non-U.S. citizen experiences that doesn't have the ability to go up and say stuff like this afterwards because they never get fucking released. Like,
Yeah.
people go through this kind of shit and worse all the time, every single day in America now, and have for a while, but ramping up only. And this is before the fucking ICE budget, again, as we got to keep stressing.
Oh, yeah.
Hasn't even hit its new massive increase, which is like triple.
Yeah, it's like more than like some of the military budgets for like 12 countries, I think. It's fucking ridiculous.
Very ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous. We gotta stop this. I gotta abolish ICE, mass amnesty, ASAP. Okay, let's talk about Israel.
Yeah.
Yeah, as we said, this is gonna be a pretty fucking
Tiny
depressing
nation.
episode. Yeah, tiny nation. No, so Israel has recently declared that the yellow line in Gaza is going to be the new border, meaning that Israel would control more than half of the territory, including crucial areas for agriculture, and take over the border between Egypt and Gaza. This is an insane thing. I'm gonna pull up this article that I brought.
Yeah.
This is genuinely crazy. So, if you don't know, in Trump's quote-unquote 20-point peace plan, they had an agreement where when Israel, when the ceasefire started, they would, like go wipe out Hamas, as they said, I think, and like they would de-radicalize Gaza is what they said. And then they would establish like a quote-unquote safe zone or whatever, and that was like a buffer zone or whatever for Israeli security or whatever, because of the barbaric people in Gaza that have been genocided for the past fucking 2 years straight. And then they said they were going to retreat back and allow, they were just going to be there for a little bit and then they were going to go back. But now this is what they're saying. It's looking like maybe they're not going to be doing what they said they were going to do. Shocker.
Yeah, what do you know? That it seems like it never happens.
Yeah. So this, it's a yellow line that divides Gaza under Trump plan is new border for Israel, says the military chief. He said they would hold current positions, giving it control of more than half of the Gaza territory. The yellow line that divides Gaza under Trump's ceasefire plan is new border for Israel, the country's military chief told soldiers deployed in the territory. The chief's general staff said Israel would hold on to its current military positions. These give Israel control of more than half of Gaza, including most agricultural land and the border crossing with Egypt. The yellow line is the new border, serving as a forward defense line for our communities and a line of operational activity. Ridiculous. Zamir said during a visit to Israeli reservists in northern Gaza, where he also visited the ruins of the Palestinian towns, "We have operational control over extensive parts of Gaza Strip, and we will remain on those defense lines." Fucking ridiculous.
Defend against like all the children and unarmed
literally.
civilians.
They're
scary people.
Minimum 70,000 people you just killed, and you're like, oh, what if they try to hurt us? Palestinians were forced out of the eastern portion of Gaza by Israeli attacks and evacuation orders. Almost all the surviving population, over 2 million people, are now crowded into a narrow zone of coastal and sand dunes that is smaller than Washington, D.C. And then this is a picture. So as you can see in this photo, this is a large section of Gaza that's being taken by Israel in this. Like, this is a large advancement. And I would imagine that this is only like the 2024 border right here was probably a lot bigger than this was, a few years back. Like, Israel has progressively been taking more and more of the territory for the past multiple decades. So I would imagine this is just continuing of what has already happened. This is ridiculous. Like, this is literally giving them control of over half of the entire Gaza Strip. And as you can see, if you look down at the where Rafah and
the Rafah
Egypt,
crossing,
you can see that this, starting at the yellow line, would be essentially removing the people of Gaza's access to get to Egypt without going through Israel, which is horrifying.
Yeah.
And that's to say that that's acting like Israel doesn't already control their land borders and sea, which they do. But this is just making it even more extreme. So yeah, that's pretty concerning stuff. Meanwhile, what has been happening inside of Gaza. It's only getting worse. This is a Dropsite News article. Dropsite News does phenomenal coverage on Gaza. 12 dead and 27,000 tents destroyed in Gaza. And this is absolutely ridiculous. So, winter storms in Gaza, batter Gaza, wreaking havoc. At least 12 Palestinians have been killed or gone missing in Gaza over the past 24 hours. As torrential rains, high winds, flooding batter the enclave, according to government media office. At least 13 homes have collapsed, and more than 27,000 tents sheltering the displaced have been swept away in flash floods, either submerged by water or torn apart by strong winds. Civil defense teams are struggling to respond to the hundreds of distress calls. The office said more than 1.5 million Palestinians displaced Palestinians in Gaza are at risk. The UN's International Organization for Migration said that in a statement that basic toolkits, sandbags, water pumps have not been allowed into Gaza due to long-standing access restrictions by Israel. These materials are critical for repairing and enforcing shelters against the continued rainfall and mitigating floods in sites. So this is, insane. And this is also, Israel artillery strike kills 1, wounds 7. Grandfather relays story of his grandson was shot by Israelis and then run over by a tank. U.S. general likely led to the International Stabilization Force. Amnesty International releases new report about violence on September 7th. Anyways, the point is, this is continually gotten worse. There's still been people that have been killed, not only by the winds and the rainfall that Israel is facilitating by not allowing in necessary tools and equipment in, but also by Israel themselves, because people cross this imaginary invisible line, and Israel sees a person there, and then they shoot them, and that's literally how they do. Kids, doesn't matter. This kid was fucking run over.
That's crazy,
ridiculous. 16-year-old. Grandfather in northern Gaza said Israeli soldiers shot his 16-year-old grandson Wednesday and then drove a tank over the child 4 or 5 times, crushing him in the street. He said the family has not known a moment of calm with quadcopter drones every day and night.
God.
And then also, as I was reading earlier about the artillery strike, Gaza's civil defense said its team deployed to Jabalia camp on Thursday afternoon, evacuating 7 people wounded in Israel artillery strike while recovering the body of 1 woman who was killed. Absolutely ridiculous. And then I also brought this. This is from Dropsite News as well, and they just kind of have a little going over everything that's happened since the quote unquote ceasefire on October 11th has gone into place, and. Since the ceasefire on October 11, 2025, a total of 391 have been killed, 1,063 have been injured, and the total previously killed bodies recovered, 632. This brings the recorded death toll from Israeli genocide in Gaza to 70,663, and injuries to 171,139. Likely 3 to 5 times higher, and this probably it's likely at least that much higher. I saw videos of doctors and people that had been worked for even worked with the what's it called DHF, the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, that was really sketchy and by U.S. and Israel. This guy that worked for them, that was a whistleblower. He said he genuinely believes that the death toll was likely 500,000.
I saw that, and he came out a while back too, where he was like, I had to stop these Israeli soldiers from telling someone to snipe this kid that was on a bank. Where it's fucking crazy.
It's ridiculous. And it's he said that, and he's been in multiple different wars. He said he went to Iraq and Afghanistan and all these different places, and he was like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. He said this, he thought he had seen a lot, and he had, but this war this genocide just changed him. This was something I've never seen before. It's insane. It's wild. And then this is some footage from Gaza, also from Dropsite News. Check out Dropsite News. They do phenomenal.
Yeah, they do some good stuff.
You can see the flash flooding. It's pretty rough.
Yeah, jeez.
Just want to skim through it a little bit. It's flash flooding happening in like a piles of rubble
Yeah.
where tents are placed. Like, it's crazy. And this is endangering 1.5 million people who've been displaced out of the
Jeez.
2 million population, which is likely a lot lower than that now that all of that has happened. You can
Yeah.
just see the tents blowing in the wind next to the like piles of rubble.
That's really dangerous too, because all those tents are like stacked right on the sea line.
yeah.
And if there's like one big, if there's like a bad storm that comes in, I mean, that's all fucked.
Yeah.
It's
Anyway, just
crazy.
wanted to show that, but
Yeah.
yeah, pretty fucked up. And yeah, the suffering in Gaza is not ended at all. I mean, it's maybe slowed down. They're not being bombed as much,
Yeah.
but
It's still not good.
the
for
conditions
sure.
there are horrifying. Not only have they continued to be killed, they've also been continued to be denied the amount of aid they're supposed to have.
Oh, yeah.
Israel's like, actually, we're gonna also take more of your land than we're supposed to, taking over half of your territory and cutting you off even more from the outside world. So it's horrifying. Yeah. So
Yeah.
this is why, like, I don't know, fucking people like old Chuck Schumer, and it's just gross that we still have Democrats out there that are supportive of this. Like, how the fuck? Like, we have to have an opposition to this.
Yeah. Chuck Schumer's like, I don't know, Trump.
I mean, he said in the past that his number one priority is to keep the left pro-Israel.
I mean, he's failed at that. It's just not gonna happen.
Yeah, he sucks. I mean, he has like single-digit approval rating. Chuck Schumer's got to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyways,
Everyone's gotta get the fuck out.
real. So now,
Yeah.
you want to talk about these shootings
Oh,
that you
yeah.
brought?
Talk about this happy subject of shooting. So,
Yeah.
the first one is about a shooting in Australia. It happened. 11 people were killed. It happened on Bondi Beach, which is in the Jewish community at
And
Bondi Beach.
they don't have a lot of shootings in Australia.
No, I think you can look it up, but I'm pretty sure this is the first shooting that's happened since like the early 2000s when they outright banned guns
Oh my gosh.
completely, or like they banned most like automatic, like AR-15 type guns.
So there are still some shootings, but they're really rare.
Yeah, I think when was the last shooting before this one? Does it say?
Um,
Because I think it's been a while, maybe not, but
I think it says like there has been like 31 firearm homicides in like 23 to 24, but
okay,
I mean
that's
that's nothing compared to America.
Oh, yeah,
It's
no,
literally
that's like
nothing.
That's yeah. Gosh, but yeah, at least 11 people have been killed. The shooting targeted the Jewish community on Australia's Bondi Beach. Police say the attack took place as hundreds gathered to celebrate the first day of Hanukkah, and this attack has been declared a terrorist attack. One of the victims included an Israeli citizen.
Oh gosh.
Australia's prime minister said that, described an attack as an act of evil, anti-Semitism, terrorism, and then like, so a bunch of world leaders came out, condemned the shooting, obviously, and then Netanyahu was like, "Yeah, you guys just poured the flames of anti-Semitism or something like that." I'm like, "What the like?"
God, of course he did.
I don't
yeah,
know.
He said
It's just
he
like,
said, Australia poured the flames of anti-Semitism through inaction. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has said that he believes Australian government poured oil on the flames of anti-Semitism through its silence on anti-Jewish sentiment in the country. A few months ago, I wrote a letter to the Prime Minister of Australia. I said that their policy was pouring oil on the flames of anti-Semitism and encouraging the hatred of Jews that is raging in the streets of Australia, Netanyahu said in his weekly cabinet meeting. Anti-Semitism is a cancer that spreads when leaders remain silent. They must replace weakness with strengths in facing it.
and then also there was this other thing in this article that was kind of related to like labeling it as a terrorist attack, which Australia's, because they have like Australia has like terrorism like levels. I think we also have that too, and the terrorism threat is probable. What does that mean? Well, according to the Australian National Terrorism Threat Level, it's currently set at probable, according to the government, which means like there's 5 tiers. And then I think this tier is like, it's certain, expected, probable, possible, and not expected. So this is kind of like in the middle of it. So there's a probable means there's more than 50% chance of a terror attack taking place.
Damn.
Huh.
Interesting.
So now it's like on high alert. Everything's on high alert now. Yeah, no, it just sucks.
It does suck. I mean, it just really sucks because I mean, this is going to be weaponized.
Yeah.
It's just it's the same thing as like the Israeli embassy shooting and like all the different like there are anti-Semitic acts of terror. They exist. They
Yeah.
happen. There are anti-Semites out there, and but it's just it is concerning. It's horrifying that this kind of thing happens.
Yeah.
It's also horrifying in the way that we know this is going to be weaponized to further justify suppression on people non-violently protesting against the genocide being done. Yeah. And the fact that I don't know, this is fucked up all around.
It sucks.
But yeah, it is fucked up.
Yeah, and then also last night also it was reported that a school shooting happened here in the United States again out of the like 300 something shootings in the country, and it was at Brown University, Rhode Island. And then there's 2 dead at least, 9 others wounded, and then Trump was like, all we can do is pray for the victims. No, I'm not even like I was telling you this when I was looking at it. This one college student literally came to Brown University because no school shootings have happened up to this point. And then he was like, "Ah, shit! Now I'm just like back. My trauma's come back a little bit."
He said he had already witnessed a shooting in the past.
Yeah,
right?
he'd already witnessed a shooting. I think there was one other person also that witnessed an attack.
God.
Yeah,
that's
crazy.
That's rough.
Let me see if I can find that. Hold on.
Yeah, so the shooter dressed in black killed at least 2 people, wounded 9 during final exams. On the Ivy League campus on Sunday morning, police said a person of interest was in custody. Providence Police Chief Cole Oscar Perez said the person was in their 30s, but declined to say where the arrest was made and whether the person was connected to the university. 8 people with gunshot wounds were taken to Rhode Island Hospital. Police released footage of the man.
Dude, apparently Trump also said like he claimed that the suspect was in custody before stepping back and saying that the suspect was still at large. What the fuck? Like,
it's crazy
it's just
for the president of the United States to say, well, the shooting happened. There's nothing we can do.
Yeah.
What are we going to do? Pray. I'll pray for him.
Yeah, pray for him.
It's like, well, you could also, I mean, he's not going to do that, but like, you also have a lot of power and you could easily whip up votes in the Republican Party.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you could whip up votes in the Republican Party to stop, unregulated gun control, but just to do some gun control. But I mean, as the president of the United States of America, you have a lot of power, and
you do, and you can definitely get some passed.
You can if Donald Trump wanted to genuinely stop shootings like this from happening, then he could, and he doesn't want to. And the way that he stopped that is not by sending the National Guard to go, fucking harass black people in DC and Memphis. Yeah, the way you stop fucking gun violence is like just common sense gun control and fucking also just rooting out the material conditions that cause crime and shootings and mental health services and all these different things.
Yeah, the Guardian also made another article saying 2 survivors of Brown University escaped other school shootings. Mia Trainer was shot in the Abunum in 2019 at a school near LA. And then some other student witnessed the Florida shooting in 2018. It's so crazy.
That is rough to go through that again. Like,
I
that
know.
has to be horrifying. I mean, it's got to be so hard to like go to school after.
Like, I think America's the only country where like going to school like is literally like you risk your life going to school kind of thing.
Like, for real though.
Like, it's just so crazy.
Like at my school, we have like emergency buttons all over the campus where you can go and like press if you see like someone with a gun or something like that. You go and you press it so it sounds the alarm for the entire school. And I mean, it's pretty. And we have like text alerts, call alerts, and campus police and stuff like that. Like, it's just so fucked up that this kind of thing happens all the time.
Oh, it is.
And at a certain point, it became so commonplace that we don't even talk about it as much anymore. This kind of stuff doesn't even I didn't even see this. Well, actually, I know I did see the Australia one, but I didn't see this one. That until you told me about it this morning. But it's really concerning.
I just like, I don't know. It's just like really sad. And then like, I kind of don't blame some parents for like homeschooling their kids a little bit, but then usually when they homeschool their kids, they're like kind of indoctrinating their kids.
Yeah.
So it's like, but also like, you're Your kid's technically safer
Yeah,
in their own home.
I definitely don't blame them. But I also, yeah, I think it's
Homeschooling is kind of interesting.
yeah, it's just like, I mean, there's no problem with homeschooling necessarily, but there can be. Like, I don't know. I think it's important to socialize your kids with other kids, and it's important for them to get perspectives of other people.
Yeah,
I think
no,
it's
it
very
is.
easy to be trapped in a bubble if you're homeschooled. If you're homeschooled and you're only taught by this one person, and you don't have any, your only classmates are your siblings.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have a different perspective than someone who goes to school and sees people of different races and religions and ethnicities and sexual orientations. You're gonna have a different perspective.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe your parents will do a really good job of explaining all of those things to you, but it's very hard to
they'll be
understand
like,
those things if you
"We're
haven't
right
seen them.
and they're wrong,
Yeah,
kind of thing.
that's usually I think how it probably goes.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, well, all right, that's all we got for you
That's
today.
a good pod. We talked about a lot of happy things, so
yeah.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
Fucking kill myself. No, I'm
Yeah.
joking. No.
No, it's pretty rough right now, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I
guess the next podcast we'll film will be after Christmas.
no, I think we still got another week till that.
I don't even know what week or day it is. So,
It's a blur. Who knows anymore?
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see you guys next week with another banger episode. Soon we are going to be going to New York
Oh, yeah.
City,
New York City.
and we should film a podcast while we're there.
Yeah, that would
I'll
be
bring
cool.
I'll bring the mics. I'll bring the stuff we can film a pod.
Yeah.
And we'll yap about everything going on. I guess we'll do it in our hotel.
Yeah.
We can make it work.
Yeah.
And then also, yeah, we are potentially going to try to make it to the Zoran Mamdani inauguration, which is exciting.
Yeah.
Which there is some fun stuff going on with Zoran. Also some less fun stuff. But
Yeah.
I think as a whole, we're going to see hopefully him succeed. And that's where I'm placing a lot of my hope right now.
Yeah, that's like the only hopeful thing going on right now
That's
in politics, really.
real. He is
Just Zoran.
he's holding he's holding a lot on his back right now. He better deliver.
Yeah, no, for real though.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys.
See ya.